The perfect system in Latin shows actions that are already completed by a certain moment. The perfect tense, I have loved, shows a completed present. The pluperfect tense, I had loved, shows the completed past. And the future perfect, I will have loved, shows a completed action in future time. This video covers the pluperfect tense. The term pluperfect is actually a contraction from the Latin plusquam perfectus, more than completed or more than past. You'll often see the pluperfect tense described as the past of the past, or an action at some point before our past tense time. So you'll see the pluperfect tense in a sentence with another verb, usually in the perfect or imperfect tense. So in this sentence, puer quem rex legerat dixit eheu. The boy whom the king had chosen said, alas. Legerat is our pluperfect tense verb, and it's clear that the king chose the boy before he spoke. There's a definite order and sequence to these events when we use the pluperfect tense. This is something that isn't often so clear with English, where use of the pluperfect, the had form of the verb, has fallen somewhat out of disuse. That doesn't mean, though, that it's not worth learning how to do it in English and Latin properly. Let's conjugate. All tenses in the perfect system, that is, they have the word perfect in their name, so the perfect, pluperfect, and future perfect tenses, use the verb's third principal part, without the I ending, as their stem. In order to form the pluperfect, we take this perfect stem and add the imperfect tense of sum esse. So our endings are eram, eras, erat, eramus, eratus, erant. And for amo, amare, amavi, the pluperfect tense is amaveram, amaveras, amaverat, amaveramus, amaveratus, amaverant. As mentioned before, we translate this tense in English with the word had. I had loved, you had loved, he, she, it had loved, we had loved, you all had loved, and they had loved. As with all tenses in the perfect system, this is the same for all conjugations of all verbs. Okay, let's look at this a little bit more closely. Each pluperfect verb has two different past forms in it. First, the perfect stem, the first part, places us in the past. Then the ending, the eram, eras, erat, is the past tense of to be. So this moves us further back into the past. If you look at the verb, it's easy to identify it as the past of the past because it literally is a past added on to another past. When you look at the different conjugations of the perfect system, you can see quite a bit of similarities. Each one has the perfect stem with their endings. The pluperfect, which is the completed past, the past of the past, has the imperfect endings of sum esse added to this perfect stem, while the future perfect, the completed future, the past of the future, has the future endings of sum esse added to the perfect stem. And if we disregard the I loved translation of the perfect tense, when we translate each tense in the perfect system, a common theme also arises. The perfect is I have loved, the pluperfect I had loved, and the future perfect I will have loved.